Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So today I'm doing a very bright and bold strainer pour. And I really wanted to use some very bright colors, like spring kind of colors for this. So first of all, I put a cup in the middle of the canvas and then started off with a base of white paint around that. I put the strainer up on the cup and did my best to center it. Of course, if it's not quite centered, then the paint will flow out at a little bit of a different rate on the various sides of it. So do your best to center it. I'm absolutely not perfect. The white paint on the base here is just to help it flow. It's not absolutely required, but it can just help. And I wanted to do this one as a clean pour versus a dirty pour so that the colors would stay a little bit more separate. And a clean pour just means I'm pouring them in here one at a time versus putting them in a cup all together, then pouring them out. So I started off with a little bit more white, then I went on to yellow, and then some turquoise, Caribbean teal, meadow green. So lots of really bright colors. At this point, it was a little off center, so I fixed it and then carried on with my colors. I used royal purple and then some of my electric purple. Those colors are very good together. I wanted to use kind of as many neon colors in here also hopefully without it being too yellow. And then electric pink next. And then I just basically continued to layer these until I felt like I had enough paint and I felt like I would like the design. It's a little tricky at this stage because it does look like it's going to be mostly yellow, but I did put a lot of purples and pinks and blues in there, so I wasn't too worried. I just wanted to make sure I had plenty. And this is my favorite part, just watching it run down the side of the cup and out of the strainer. It is so much fun. So once you feel like you have enough paint in there, I like to let it drain for a little while. There'll still be a little bit on the bottom of the strainer, so you just kind of let it sit there and let it drain out. You can tell by this that my table is a little bit unlevel. Don't worry, I have since fixed this issue. This is definitely a great way to tell if your table's not level. This is also a really great technique to do on a spinner. For the purposes of this video, I just tilted it. Not everyone has a spinner, so I wanted to show what it would look like if you tilt it. Now, once it is done draining, I take the strainer off and I actually put the strainer into on top of a cup, the top of a cup, so that it can actually finish draining and I can still use the rest of that paint. Then pull off the cup in the middle of the canvas and let it fill in before you start tilting, or it will affect your design. Now, I've found intentionally or unintentionally necessarily, I often get a kind of heart or butterfly in the middle of my pattern doing this. And that's, I think, just how you pull up on the cup, really. But anyways, so I went ahead and tilted it, going kind of towards the corners and then back towards the middle, trying to maintain my design. And this ended out pretty much exactly how I wanted it to. Not too much yellow, really bright and bold and beautiful. And I'm just totally in love with it. You can, at this point, still spin it out if you'd like, but I wanted to just leave it as is. And I used some painter's pyramids to raise it up on so that it could dry fully. I like to raise it up to dry so that it's not sitting in a puddle of paint and it allows that airflow underneath the canvas, which helps it to dry better. So there you guys have it, a beautiful, bright, bold, colorful strainer pour. So much fun. Definitely give it a try if you haven't yet. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.